What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the SNA podcast wrestling news video for you all today on February 1st, the first day of the month. And we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from my boys, the What Culture Wrestling article from their website, where we're going to be starting the month off with. And yeah, quick shout out to all the members of the group in the European wrestling journalism scene, I guess you could call it, which features my boys, Adam Wilborn. Shout out to him, and shout out to Phil Chambers, Andy H. Murray, Simon Miller, all of them, and also Gareth Morgan, not to mention. But we're gonna start off including Royal Rumble 2025, as every wrestler has been announced so far, and WWE Royal Rumble 2025 predicting literally everything, and how to watch the Royal Rumble 2025, and then rankings on every WWE and how to watch WWE from wherever, anywhere, and also Charlotte Flair to be top girl persona in the title win sooner rather than later news, and some news about AJ Lee at Royal Rumble 2025, and WWE higher-ups comments on the return with this intriguing news, and much more. Starting things off today, we got WWE Royal Rumble 2025, and every wrestler that was announced so far in a comprehensive live list of everybody entered in this year's WWE Rumbles, as they revealed an explanation with so much hype centered around Raw's January 6th Netflix debut, and indeed WWE moving onto the world's biggest streaming service days early, and yet another Saturday night's main event on January 25th. There again, the week prior, as there was a sense that the Royal Rumble might sneak up on people this year. Taking place in February, for the first time in the event's history, the slight change in routine, added more speculation, that significant figures for the two battle royales might be helped back until the company had its various ducks in a row, and elsewhere, this was quickly proven to not be the case. Names started dropping from the January 3rd, and WWE almost immediately seemed intent on assembling as many headline adjacent names as possible in order to em- empha- emphasize just how star-studded the battle royals were said to be. Would this finally be the year that Triple H manages to the booking of a Royal Rumble right in question. Like the finishes involving Cody Rhodes in particular have been lone highs, like amidst uninspired efforts. But the American Nightmare isn't somebody the game came rely on this year. It says, however, like probably makes some magic with when the men's make with starting off with the men's Royal Rumble. We have L.A. Knight who would announce his entry in January 3rd, 2025. LA Knight failed to win the United States Championship back from Shinsuke Nakamura when SmackDown moved to 3 hours, but might be moving beyond mid card goals to something even bigger. He stands in an outside chance at best, but he won't think that, and that's ultimately what matters. And number two goes to John Cena, with him announcing at the January 6th Raw debut on Netflix as the champ is here because for one more year and he's kicking it off with a bang at the Royal Rumble. He's a favorite too. Cena will work over 30 dates in 2025 and is expected to be a significant drawing like card for the company in the in the process. Like last shows in spots are good, but this could be a possibility that the 16-time world champion could turn into a 17 world championship if he can and start his journey by winning this Rumble. But number three goes to CM Punk from the same night in January 6th, where he announced his spot, but also but CM Punk returned to WWE in November 2023 with more than a few personal and professional demons to slay, like none bigger than headlining WrestleMania based on powerful remarks he made a decade ago, and the story has since been uh, can, has been canonized as he as raising the the tree in 2025. He entered following his victory over Seth Rollins on the January 6th Netflix on Raw debut as he did. Number four, we got on the same night was main event Jey Uso on January 26th on the debut on Netflix, fresh off a victory over Drew McIntyre, and ahead of him gaining a Saturday night's main event World Heavyweight Championship opportunity against Gunther. Like Jey Uso put his name in the hat to enter the January Classic. He's uh, made main event more than a nickname in 2024. Could he shock the world and make it part of his WrestleMania plans? Probably not, but he knows somebody well that might. And that goes at number five when he made when Paul Heyman helped made the announcement for him that he's entering the Royal Rumble on January 10th. The tribal chief looked back the formal title like and the Ulafala when he defeated Solo Sikoa but with within the same week, he had his eyes back on the biggest prize by sending his wise man Paul Heyman. Like Reigns announced that he was in the Rumble and intended to reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes. With the Rock seemingly out of the Mania picture, it'd be naive to rule out the possibility uh, like of a trilogy on the grandest stage. I mean, no doubt about it, but I hope that there's nothing like exactly in that caliber like for Roman Reigns to face him. I'd rather see CM Punk against Roman Reigns before I see Cody Rhodes because at this point it's kind of getting stale. Like if it was something like if they were playing hot potato with the championship, like if Cody Rhodes beat him back 2 years ago, and then Roman Reigns beat him right back last year, and like Roman Reigns on to that title, and then we're gonna be seeing Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. I would not mind it to be in that dynamic, if that makes sense. But anyways, number 6 goes to Seth Rollins when he announced in January 13th as mid-flow, like with rival CM Punk, following like his painful defeat. And it says right here, like Seth Rollins entered the Royal Rumble almost in an act like of spite. Like if he can't win, he'll let let at least stop the straight edge superstar. But then who says like he can't win? In question that can be explained. Yeah. Oh, bother. He's done before, and he can do so right here again if he can stay in the match. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, well, why did you put it? That dude must have been ate most of it. Mm-hmm. All right, assassinators, I'm back here. Well, that's what I was saying. But number 7 goes to Drew McIntyre. He made the announcement the following week on the debut on Netflix, but now, like this was on the 13th of January. The Scottish Warrior is never not looking for vindication. Like currently, like it's in a question to convince the world that Roman Reigns is still every bit the tyrant like he was before, and the need to be like right, like and righteous has informed like his entire character or since losing to the tribal chief in September of 2022. Much of that like comes from never really getting his getting his moment like when he first won the Royal Rumble in 2020, half a decade ago. Like but yeah, half a decade later, he just might finally get some redemption in question that could probably be answered if he can successfully execute in his plans of winning the Rumble. But number 8 goes to no go wait. I think it's I think wait. Let's see. All right, Assassinators, I'm back. Let's continue. We got number 8, Rey Mysterio on January 17th. And Mask Legend, announced his entry, into the 2025 annual Rumble about on the 17th of January edition of SmackDown that was quickly followed up by a interruption from world class heel Troll slash Kevin Owens, who wore several excellent t-shirts throughout the night and a match between the pair there in the show. But the bigger story is Ray trying to repeat his fascinating 2006 success. That's something Mysterio brought up during his promo, and he also acknowledged that the field for this year's match is as tough as they come. Number 9, Sami Zayn. At the January 20th, the former Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion and NXT Champion, entered the Royal Rumble as if to prove his naysayers and doubters wrong, if they're Simon Miller about the Blue Thunder Bomb incident. All the time that is in that category, but in that the present there are more than ever, and Seth Rollins dare Zayn to put himself first, when CM Punk said he wasn't on the level, and even Karrion Kross and the Miz were were able to score points on the sentimental favorite. And having tried and failed to dethrone Gunther in late 2024 following his doomed run at Roman Reigns in Elimination Chamber 2023, Zayn might yet get his moment of a lifetime, with friend enemy Kevin Owens, but both have to win their respective big ones first before they can even get to each other to main event WrestleMania again. But this time, with a dream match for a title that they've been fighting for over 20 or even 30 years for. But number 10, we even have Shinsuke Nakamura, which he announced on January 24th, about a week ago. With him winning the 2018's Rumble, has vowed to repeat the trick in 2025, just 7 years later, and being brutally honest, about it, it's highly unlikely, but his giving promo, handed Shin something to do on the 20, 24th January edition of SmackDown. He's WWE's writers haven't trashed out his next United States title win, or have trashed out his next title challenger anyway. So maybe they'll drop a hint drop a hint about that in the 30-man and go from there. It says someone's getting missed, too, in question. Just saying an explanation. But number 11, Logan Paul, on January 27th, this past Monday on Raw, the social media megastar marked his formal uh, Monday night debut with confirmation that he'd be in the Royal Rumble. The YouTuber has made his mark in the match for for uh, cre- for creating a something famous and viral. moment, like viral moment with Ricochet ahead of their disappointing match at SummerSlam 2023. The end result of that is worth like considering this year. Like if Paul's playing for keeps, like in has WrestleMania on his mind, like he might look like further up the card to set up his opponent like for the for the show for the show of shows. And then on that same night on number 12, we got Penta Seattle Miedo, or should I just say Penta, like January 27th, like with a strong rollout, like thus far, like for the Penta character, like has seen him fit seemingly into life on Monday Night Raw, like and the latest result like of that like was his entry into his very first Royal Rumble. The former AEW Tag Team Champion like has to be considered an outside bet like at best, but after becoming the latest to simply stare at Braun Breaker in order to build an awesome sounding match. Like he could at very least put the Intercontinental Champion out to potentially uh, service like that on the road to or at WrestleMania. The champion like himself might have something to do with that because at at the number at the 13 mark we got on January 27th on the same night is Braun Breaker fresh off including his business with Sheamus for now in question like in electric fashion at Saturday night's main event, Braun Breaker enters himself into the Royal Rumble to try and double his gold, like with a collection of the grandest stage. Like with four eliminations, like in 2024, like ahead of his official main roster call up, like Breaker's familiar not like just the with the rigors like of the match like but like also what suits him like just fine about it like expect speed and spears and like and possibly like even a spot like in the final four even if he can't quite see it through. Number 14, we got Chad Gable in the same night of January 27th edition. Like with there can't be 30 favorites like in any Royal Rumble, but it's still like a damning like in in indexing like on the second half of Chad Gable's 2024 that he's not higher up. Like the pecking order, like going into this year's Battle Royal, like with nonetheless, like he pointedly like pledged to win singles gold in 2025 before losing to Penta in the latter's WWE debut. So if nothing else, a statement run in Saturday's match like might start his brand new long and winding road. And then coming at number 15, we got Carmelo Hayes at that same night as well, 27, like where he attacked the American Nightmare, like on on the post on the post show dark segment, and it would have been easy to assume Carmelo Hayes was going to be in the Royal Rumble, but nobody would have predicted him like decking Cody Rhodes like to confirm the spot. Melo didn't miss the Miz just after the show went off the air, like attacking a sometime rival, like which is the American Nightmare Rhodes, like like just as Cody was saying like his goodbyes to the live crowd in his hometown of Atlanta, was it? Yeah. Like Hayes destroyed the WWE champion like before leaving like him like laying him a low blow and making his intentions to win perfectly clear. If it represents like his creative peak in the company, like again will stay that way like when he in inevitably falls like a little short on the big night. Number 16, Damian Priest on January 31st last night on SmackDown with SmackDown newcomer Damian Priest confirmed his spot in the 2025 Men's Rumble on the Go Home Edition show episode, and the ex Judgment Day member like and former world heavyweight champion then had a different kind of rumble with Whisper It, like the new bloodline, like just not to piss off the OTC, like pair of Tomatonga and Jacob Fatu. He and LA Knight, like then won a spirited main event tag match, but it was Priest's work opposite Fatu that caught the eye, like an upper card, like or mid or upper mid card spot seems likely like through WrestleMania 41 season. And then at 17, that same night, we got Santos Escobar to confirm his Royal. And I totally apologize about this. I didn't mention this. I was talking about it with him talking, running into Damian Priest and saying like we have your back. Like if you have any issues, especially someone like the new Bloodline, but Damian Priest like I don't need nobody's help or nobody fighting my battles. With him saying like you like in he was like, but he was like, just saying, like you're on your own right here at this point. But yeah, but the Legado del Fantasma leader took it upon himself to play a squizzy, like Carry Cross kind of character, I guess you could say, or inspired character during like another backstage segment on the 31st January SmackDown. Like Escobar welcomed Priest like to the brand, then said Dominic Mysterio was right about Damian Priest all along, which I'm surprised they're not some kind of an alliance group themselves. That obviously didn't sit well with WWE's Punisher, like, but it did like come around like as an attempt to at and manipulating or manipulation tactics from Santos. Like his stack has fallen significantly, like in since like the highs like of a heel turn versus Rey Mysterio, but Escobar is the in the Royal Rumble regardless. Number 18, we got Jacob Fatu on the same night on January 31st on the Go Home edition of SmackDown. It said the ex new Bloodline beast like Jacob Fatu has a real shot at turning some heads in this year's Rumble, or maybe he'll twist some off instead. WWE has been given the Samoan Werewolf like some ample mic time, like in recent weeks, and it seemed that he's on the path of towards a star a superstardom. He's superstar. He was also confirmed like during the Go Home Show SmackDown as well. And now the from the women to the men's to the women's now, as number one goes to the 13th edition of SmackDown with Nia Jax, and then Bailey in number two in the January 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. And like in number three, January 24th edition of SmackDown, we have Charlotte Flair that entered her announcement with her return. And number four on the January 24th edition of SmackDown on the same night, Naomi made her announcement. And then at number five, same night Bianca Belair did. And then number six, same night Liv Morgan. Number seven, Raquel. Number eight, Lara Valkyrie. On the January 27th edition of Monday Night Raw, on the Go Home Show, Ivy Now did the same. At number nine, number 10, Io Sky at the same night of January 27th. Number 11, Chelsea Green, like at January 31st last night on edition, and Piper Niven did the same on January 31st. Candice LeRae did the same on January 31st, and Zelina Vega did the same, and much more. Who do you think is going to win these matches? Is it going to be any of these guys that are announced, or do you think it's somebody that's probably do you think it's somebody that's going to be already announced, or is it going to be somebody that's probably going to be making a shocking return or a shocking debut at the Rumble that could win the Rumbles? Like, let me know. Give me your opinions in the comment section right down below. I would like to hear from you, Assassinators. And do you think any of these women that's gonna be competing should compete? Let me know in the comments. But moving on, we got some predictions on who's gonna win the Royal Rumble. Like in the Royal Rumble is arguably the most fun event of the year in WWE and the second most important just behind WrestleMania, as it not only determines like who will go to the to the to the fight for the top titles for the top titles at the grandest stage of them all, but it also sets the pace for the whole season. Like one of the things that makes it so entertaining is that the two Royal Rumble matches are chock full of unknown factors with 30 wrestlers, many of whom are not announced like in advance, like leading to all sorts of potential surprises compete in the most chaotic and random fashion, like leading to a wide variety of bonus elements like beyond just the winners, such as like who will be in the fatal four way. Or no, not the final four. Like the question is, who will be on the final four? I'm afraid that what am I even talking about of the match? Like which wrestlers will score the most eliminations? Who will last like the longest? Like versus who gets tossed out the quickest? Which team partners will turn on each other, and so much more. As as the 2025 edition approach, speculations is running wild, like for who will punch their ticket like to WrestleMania. But beyond just tossing out predictions for the winners, let's try to predict virtually everything else as well. Number 10, we got some mis, mis, miscellaneous predictions as say his name, and he appears in WWE's Royal Rumble match in question. That could be an explanation. and surprise entrants are always something like worth gazing into a crystal ball for and with WWE's multi-year partnership with TNA Wrestling. Be on the lookout for not only Joe Hendry to appear like in the men's Royal Rumble match, but for the trend of TNA Knockouts champion to continue as well, with Masha Slamovich entering the 30 women's Royal Rumble match. And keep eye out to Jordan Grace as well. And since this is Indianapolis, Pat McAfee could be entering again. And then we could see the return of Aleister Black. But I heard that the reason why I didn't predict that he could be entering as a surprise appearance because they said his contract probably will not be expiring with AEW until March. So I mean, unless if his contract already did expire, I'm not sure if this will be the case, but this could possibly not be ruled out as well. But But yeah, that would be very fun and interesting if Aleister Black does make make that appearance as someone else who may return to WWE now that his contract with All Elite Wrestling has possibly expired. As far the others, he got entrances like Roxanne Perez is a shoe in her statements, about leaving NXT and her feud with Bailey point to those two clashes in this match. There may not be any other NXT stars to appear, nor any legend like this, since John Cena is already taking part, like, and will be a primary focal point of. Plus, like, there are already far more than 30 men and women on the main roster alone, and not everyone can make their cut. Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair could all make their in-ring return in the match, though. Oh, I forgot to tell you, yeah, what's her name too? Yeah, Alexa Bliss. I could say she could also be at the Rumble as well. But that could be also adding to who could be in the Rumble. But who do you think that's going to be making their surprise returns? Who's going to be making their debuts? And others in the both men's and women's Rumble. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I think there's so many names we can just go get it out the back. But then again, but yeah, we're probably gonna be seeing so much more. Some might say we probably won't be seeing this Royal Rumble appearance, but we could even see Randy Orton as well. Could even enter the Rumble, even though we'll be already making a shocking return by helping Cody Rhodes retain his WWE Championship. But we could possibly see him at the Rumble, try to do a dream match between the two. Even though I don't think this dream match is gonna happen at at WrestleMania. I think it could happen at a later date, like where Randy Orton could finally get a shot at the WWE Championship with his longtime best friend since their legacy days, and they can even use that into the storyline, into the storyline. What if they turn Randy heel, or maybe even do a friendly competition way, like they did at first with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. But who knows? Either way, this is going to be a fantastic storyline. I hope that this does happen so we can be very well invested and entertained. But yeah, let me know about this in the comment section right down below. But yeah, these are very intriguing ones. And I think these are kind of accurate except for Malachi Black. Unless he, unless it's AEW contracts. But the only way I can believe if it's AEW contract, there's probably gonna be in reports if he does make that return tonight at the Rumble. But who knows? Like we just have to keep an eye out on for that. But moving on, we got how to watch the WWE Royal Rumble in 2025. It's that like time of the year again, like when WWE fans anticipate like a Royal Rumble event full of stellar action, surprises, and of course the start of the patented like road to WrestleMania. While the two Rumble matches themselves are obviously the star attractions, like here, uh, the the wider Royal Rumble card has shaped up like nicely with WW or Cody Rhodes defending his reigning defending undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. The the former friend of and the Motor City Machine Guns will be taking on the chance to reclaim the WWE Tag Team Championship as they challenge DIY. As for the over the top bouts, like both the men's and women's Royal Rumble are coming together like very very nicely, like for the men's heavy hitters, like such as uh as the CM Punk and Roman Reigns, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Logan Paul are amongst to be confirmed for the Royal Rumble, whereas the women's match will include major names such as Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Bailey, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and even Lyra Valkyria, as it ever the case, like when it comes to the Royal Rumble. Like there's also plenty of speculation as to who may make a surprise appearance with with Becky Lynch, like Jordan Grace, and even the the Rock among those like rumored to be like at this latest premium live event. And with all that being in mind, then here's how to watch WWE Royal Rumble, uh, like wherever you are in the world. And the start time date will be in Saturday, February 1st. The time and the start will be 6 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Central and 3 p.m. Pacific and also 11 p.m. What they call the what's that called the what's that more hour time they call it starts with the letter G. But yeah, it's more likely like an overseas time, like and uh and uh and and Sunday, and it says Sunday 10 a.m. What they call it, 10 a.m. What's that time like? And yeah, 10 a.m. Sunday, like in worldwide time or wherever, like in the Pacific countries overseas, like in probably in Japan and other places. But yeah, but traveling abroad, like most streaming like services, like are geo blocked, like meaning they only work in your home country. Like a VPN, a clever bit of software squash the blocking, allowing you to access your usual stream like from wherever in explanation. We recommend like NordVPN as it's a fast, affordable, and unblocks like just about any service, including Netflix, Peacock, which is Netflix like is anywhere outside of the United States. Like you name it, like it could be in England, it could be in Japan, it could be in um, other countries like in whether it's in Europe or Asia, whether if it's in Korea, China, um, and yeah, other European countries like Ireland, Scotland, uh, France, Ireland, Germany, Sweden, Switzerland, down under in Australia, and even other countries that I'll say in the Philippines and in Africa as well. But anyways, like and Sling TV as well. Like tempt like to sign up like today, and you'll like save up to 70% off on the 2-year plan and get a handy 30-day money back guarantee. And how to watch WWE Royal Rumble in the US in question? Well, while WWE Raw is on Netflix and in the United States, SmackDown is on the USA Network. And Raw's on Netflix, SmackDown's on the USA Network, and NXT is on the CW Network. All the premium live events are are housed on the Peacock streaming service. Like it will stand as the PLE will continue to call Peacock through until their release date at 2026, March of 2026. And funny thing is, like my my own brother even has his own streaming service since when it came out in March of 2021. And then if he keeps it by 2026, it'll be a full 5 years when WWE made the deal. He had that streaming service. Like since he's also a wrestling fan, like he did that because like he knows that like that yeah, that he knows that I watch wrestling stuff too, like yeah, everything WWE and even AEW stuff. But he's like a hardcore old school wrestling fan himself as well. So he put on because because he heard that there's so many stuff you can watch. Like what if it's old or new? You can just put it on the streaming service. Yeah. So yeah, that was but yeah, but it's available. With 7.99 like per month. Like and don't forget like it if you're traveling like a traveling abroad, like you'll likely need to use a VPN to watch your streaming service like from anywhere. We use NordVPN like for this purpose. It's the best all rounder on the market right now. How to watch on the UK, like well, for the majority of those living outside of the United States, Netflix is the home to WWE premium live event, such as the Royal Rumble. In addition to housing like WWE Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and various other previous seen like was on the WWE Network. You can watch all the convenient stuff in WWE on the Netflix streaming service, which I'm kind of jealous of everybody outside of the United States of America because I think they should have done the same thing. Like, well, they're probably going to be doing that because by 2026, I heard that they're debating they should keep it for another 5 years, which that'll probably end in 2031. But I sure hope that they do end it. Nothing against like Peacock, but I just would like to see what it would be like to watching premium live events on Netflix as well. Like, and it will be like out like in the UK and other countries outside of the US. And And also we got and then SmackDown like contract. I mean their deal with them and NXT, their deals with respectively with USA Network and the CW Network. I heard that won't end until 2029. Yeah, like at the end of 20, both of their deals. So I hope that once that ended in like 3 years after their deal with Peacock ends, let's hope they move that. Which rumor has it that it will be likely that they will. But here's all the countries that you can watch it on Netflix. Uh, Argentina, and no, I'm not gonna see the R. Argentina. I mean, can you make this popcorn? Okay, I will. Okay. Argentina, Australia, Austria, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, uh, Czech Republic, uh, Czech Republic, Denmark, Ed, Edu, Edu, Edurator, uh, Egypt, Finland, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, uh, Hun- Hungary, uh, Indo, Indone- in, Indonesia, in, in, Indonesia, Indonesia, Israel, Kuwait, Malaysia, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Peru, Philippines, uh, Poland, uh, Port, Port, Portugal, Romania, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Slovakia, Spain, Sweden, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, Ukraine, United, and even yeah, definitely you guessed it, the United Kingdom. But yeah, like, what are your thoughts on to all these countries that have that you can stream it on Netflix? I'm pretty sure it's everywhere around the world because they said it's worldwide, and WWE's probably gonna be doing the same thing with the Netflix as well, like by 2029 in America. And I sure hope that will be the case, so we can have so your boy Super Ninja Austin can watch it on one streaming service, uh, a live dream like of watching some entertainment stuff, like to watching on a streaming service like Netflix, if not HBO Max, because AEW have all their content on Max, which we're gonna we could which I'm with your boy Super Ninja Austin like in the next 14 days, which is 2 weeks from now. I'll probably be watching AEW Grand Slam, but it's probably gonna be later in the morning. I'm like, you probably will see your boy Super Ninja Austin will make a video in the probably I'm right after I make like my SmackDown review video. I probably will be waiting until like in the late morning, very late morning, to watch AEW Grand Slam and make that video for make that video for make that video for that show like probably early in the morning on Saturday on that day. But what are your thoughts on how to watch watch Royal Rumble on these streaming services? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Right now in America it's Peacock, but probably next year we'll probably in America will probably be exactly like everybody outside of the states. But excuse me for a moment. All right, Assassinators, I'm back here. Moving on forward, we got Software to be a top girl persona and become a title winner sooner rather than later. Charlotte Flair's WWE return could be even bigger in the Royal Rumble match itself, or even the Royal Rumble win, and not to mention WWE or WrestleMania 41 title match. This is, according to WrestleVotes, who tweeted that with Charlotte Flair set to return this weekend, a source says her presentation with fully embrace her her Flair family legacy with a top girl attitude and flair to her character. Uh, there's also talk of championship gold like to come in like her way sooner rather than later. But you can see the report right here on the tweet that WrestleVotes posted. Flair has been injured or absent for for a bulk of the last years, like and her return promoted like heavily on screen over the last few weeks. Various reports have suggested that she's set to take on Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania 41, but wants to take the role as a babyface in the match. This could be the sooner rather than later kind of situation part, like of the deal for Flair, or it could be even earlier than that if plans, as they often do, change. Flair is the odds-on favorite to win Saturday night's Royal Rumble entering a match that doesn't have too many other advertised front runners. Keep stand to make history if she wins, becoming the first female the since the match's 2018 interception to win it twice, right? Like since the women's existed in 2018, like this will be the first achievement that a women's wrestler would ever accomplish. With Flair was the victor in 2020 and went on to defeat the NXT Women's Champ, the current champion at the time of the NXT brand, Rhea Ripley, at WrestleMania 36. They they rematched at WrestleMania 39 3 years later in one of 2023's matches of the year and could yet go again in Las Vegas uh, if uh, if mooted Stratton plans don't go ahead. What's your thoughts on the status of Charlotte Flair winning the Royal Rumble? If she does win, who will be her challenger? Will it be somebody that beaten her a couple of years ago and that she beaten 2 years before then? And do you think it'll be a trilogy? Like if you face someone like Rhea Ripley, or what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But we're gonna end today's wrestling news video with some AJ Lee rumored news return. As it says at the Women's Royal Rumble 2025, and higher ups comments on her return. It said right here, if she decides she wanted to be in the Royal Rumble tomorrow, that could happen. There's yet more suspicion, like building that AJ Lee could make her WWE return at this weekend's Royal Rumble. This is according to Fightful Select, who reached out to some specifics, like on what would be one of the biggest surprises that a particular match could offer. And this is what a higher up had to say from the Stanford-based company. She always looks like he fit right back on television, and I'm sure she's aware that if she decided she wanted to be in the Royal Rumble tomorrow, that could happen. Some of the speculation this year comes from comments with that that uh, that CM Punk made in some short form of social media content with Jackie Redmond, with noting that if he revealed a certain surprise for the women's Royal Rumble, he'd be getting in trouble with people inside the company. Lee was a big favorite of audiences when she retired in 2015, following a match on the Raw after WrestleMania 31. Her her position with the organization was made extremely difficult following Punk's exit in January 2014, particularly after he was infamously served his termination papers on his wedding day. With that rift no longer an issue, the door has never been more open than ever. But what are your thoughts onto this matter? And do you think we could be seeing AJ Lee tonight? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And do you think that AJ Lee's about to head her way back to the Stanford-based company and hit there, where it's higher up? If she wanted to come back tomorrow, that she would be more welcome back with open arms, just like they did with her husband. And just look at where he is right now. He's on his way of trying to achieve his dream, and that is main eventing WrestleMania. Bro, I guess that'll be it for now. Assassinators, that's gonna be the end of the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite on this list. If I had to pick one, I would say it would have to be. I'll say the predictions of the Royal Rumble. And I know exactly who I'm predicting, which I already put out. It's gonna be Io Sky and CM Punk. And let me know in the comments if you agree or do you have your different opinions. And if if anybody my fellow YouTubers didn't predict these names, I would probably would predict them anyway. I'll be like, I could see Becky winning or Charlotte, but then again, maybe it should be somebody that haven't won the Royal Rumble at this time. And then maybe on the year or two, we could break a record of seeing a women's wrestler will be first ever one to win 2 women's Royal Rumble matches. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, considering hit the subscribe as well, and the post notification bells for more SNA videos and content like this one. And also make sure to check out my my review videos for Royal Rumble and AEW Collision. Is going to be very exciting to do both later on tonight. But I guess I'm going to let you guys go for now and wish you all a fun and safe Saturday. And I'll see you all in the next video with some more SNA content. Till we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, my Assassinators for now. Y'all take care and have a superific, awesome, have a superific, awesome, afternoon, and I'll see you guys later on this lovely Saturday night. So take good to yourself.